I fed these chili plants yesterday, and here's what happened. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, everybody. A happy Sunday to you all. It is Sunday, 19th of April 2026, and it is day 63 of the Chilli Grow Up. I fed and watered them yesterday. It was a bit of a quick video, just get them fed and watered, and I thought today we'll have a little bit more of an in-depth look at how they're all doing, how they took the water and fertilizer. I can tell you already, as you can see there, some of them are not doing very well today. So we'll have a little look closer at these. We'll check them all out. Let me get them all categorized into their groups and we'll have a closer look. Other than that, I hope you're doing awesome and that you've had a great weekend and a great Sunday so far. We're doing fine. Me and Lucy are doing good. She's having a snooze. Let me ears waving at you, look. Yeah. Yeah, hope you're doing awesome. Hope it's been a great week for you. Let's do this. Let's get in to day 63. All right, ghost peppers to start. We've got 3 to look through. A little leaf damage there. And a little leaf damage there, but all in all, looking all right. Solid stem just propped against. And roots sticking out the bottom. We'll need a transplant very soon for that one. Here's a second, a bit smaller. And again, a little bit of scalding on the top of the leaves. A nice root system right to the bottom. Now, I don't know what's happened with this ghost pepper. But this has been literally after feeding. I'm not sure. Just not looking well, is he? Beautiful roots and that, but I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm going to take this leaf off. And maybe this leaf off and just put it back under the light and see how it goes on the ghost pepper. Next up is our super hots, the Carolina Reapers. I have no real concerns for all these, it's just that they're in quite different stages. We've got one here, there's a second, and there's our third. All the leaves look okay. Lots of new shoots coming through in the middle. Start with our biggest one here. Looking great, new shoots coming through. Crazy root system. Looking forward to getting that transplanted very shortly. The second one here. Lots of action in the middle there. New shoots, lovely leaves. And a phenomenal root system. Look at that coming through. Now this third one, a little bit short. He's doing okay. Of course, not much root system yet because of its size. But we shall see on our Carolina Reapers. Our Armageddons. I have 2 cupped and 2 potted. Let's have a look at the cups first. This one's doing phenomenal. All these new leaves. Perfect leaves. Needs transplanting soon. I think these roots are starting to fill the bottom. Just fantastic. This one's a little shorter. Oh, significantly shorter. But I have no complaints. It looks like it's coming along nicely, just a bit slower. A good root system. Starting to pop out the bottom there, look. Just perfect. Let's have a look at the potted ones. Now, of course, we're not going to really see any roots there. Look, it was transplanted too early, but he's okay. This was transplanted a bit too early, but he's doing very, very well. Growing nicely, rock solid. And I think that's a little root shoot coming out the bottom there. Just excellent on the Armageddon. Here we have the purple peppers next, the Buena Mulata. I have 3 of these, all kind of again in a large, medium, small stage. So I've noticed with the large Buena Mulata, it loses a lot of its purple from its leaves. Just propped against there, it's solid, lots of new stuff happening. A beautiful root system right down to the bottom. That one is looking great, as is this one. Still lots of purple, lots of new little leaves and shoots. The leaves are still looking really pretty there, look. Nice, a bit wobbly, but it will be absolutely fine. Great roots, look at that. Right down to the bottom there, sticking out, searching for new roots. Needs to get transplanted very, very soon. And here's our final Buena Mulata. Looking good, just a bit smaller than the others, but a bit slim on the stem. Doing okay though. We got a root right down to the bottom there, look. Lovely. Lovely stuff on the Buena Mulata. Dream catchers, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here. Start with this one. Really nice. Look at all this that's coming through the shoots there. Could be a lovely bushy plant. And where are those roots? There they are. Making their way down there. Doing good. Here's our next one. Beautiful leaves. Not as much shoots growing through the middle of the stem here, but it's coming along. Here's our third. Now this one did get a little bit, I think, fertilizer scalded. As you can see a bit on the leaves there. But he's doing great. Lots of new stuff happening in the stem. And some nice roots there. Let's go to this one next, just because there is a bit of fertilizer scalding on the leaf again there. Light scalding maybe. Lots happening in the middle. And look at that, roots right down to the bottom again. Just perfect. And here's the last one. This is probably the biggest one that we've got. Not the most productive because it's not got what's going on with the others in the middle. But the leaves are nice. Nice and tall. Relatively thick stem, not too leggy now. And the roots are doing great. So yeah, at the moment, all 5 of these dream catchers seem absolutely perfect. Scotch bonnet MOAs, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the cups and 1 in its pot. As you know, this was transplanted way too early, so it hasn't really changed much. He's doing okay, you know, it's just been set back a bit. Let's have a look at this one next. Very nice. Needs to bend back towards the light a little bit. But doing good, and a lovely root system. Let's check this one out. Again, I need to bend them back towards the light a bit. But the leaves are good. Nice new shoots. And a relatively decent root system. There they are. Let's have a look at this one next. A little bit leggy, so I've got them just propped against the stake there. But new leaves are coming through. No complaints. And roots right to the bottom. Perfect, perfect. And here's probably our most productive. Very, very nice, solid stem. And look at those roots. Gonna need transplanting very soon. But all in all, super happy with the Scotch bonnet MOA. Next up is our Kashmiri Merch. I've got 3 cupped and 2 transplanted up. These are super tall, very leggy, coming close to a large orange tie, but lovely leaves, new leaves coming. And very nice roots, as you can see. Let's have a quick check at this one next. Looking fine, fine, fine. Look at these roots. Filling the bottom and all starting to poke out, so soon this one will definitely need a transfer. Let's check this third one. It's not hooked up to that other plant. Did need a little cable tie just to keep it supported. It's so top heavy, but looking great. And look at these roots. Just crazy, filling the bottom. This one probably needs to go first on the up podding. Very nice for this up podded one. Great stem. But I don't know what's happened with this one, look. What on earth has happened here? Now I was thinking of just maybe, I mean yesterday was absolutely fine. I'm not sure what's happened. It's just completely lost all strength out of its stem. I was thinking of maybe tying up to here and seeing what happens, but if I let go, let's just put him directly under the light and see how he goes today. But I think it's safe to say this one, I don't know what happened to it, but he is done for. Yeah, I don't think it's worth trying. He's completely toast, isn't he? But on the plus side, if that one's gone, we've still got this one that's been potted up and looking great as it should. And I think all 3 of these are going to be just fine. But yeah, who knows on the Kashmiri Merch. Let's have a look at our Kyans next. I've got 2 in the cups and 4 in the pots. Okay, let's check out the cups first. Here's the first one. Doing all right. Does need a little cable tie because I think it was buckling a little bit under the weight. It's relatively tight, but I just want to keep him upgrowing a little bit more so we can make sure he doesn't topple over again. But the leaves are looking good and the roots are popping out the bottom, looking nice. This one again needed a little bit of a cable tie on there, but doing great. Loads of new leaves coming through and a great root system again, popping right out the bottom. Look at all of those. Let's have a quick check at our potted ones. So he did have a little bit of a cable lift on there, but he's doing okay on his own. That even slipped and it's fine. Just a couple of loose ones there, holding up nicely. Just propped for this one, doing fine. What is that one on the canes? The large orange ties are next. I've got 2 cupped and 1 transplanted way too early. Let's have a look at this one. Very tall, does all right on its own without support. As you can see, super tall plant now. These leaves are a bit too curled down for my liking, and a little bit light on the green, on the nitrogen and chlorophyll, but doing all right so far. I mean, let's see what we need. Might need more fertilizer. Definitely needs more sunshine, and as soon as we can get them out, we will. As you can see with this one, just propped up, doing strong. New shoots, new leaves, and the roots, look, they are popping out the bottom. They really do need to be transferred very soon. And we have the potted plant. It was potted too early, needed a bit of a tie up. It's okay, but the leaves, again, a little bit worse for wear, to the point where I'm going to take that leaf off now. It didn't improve or get better. But yeah, 3 of them, and I'd say they're doing okay, but could be doing better on the large orange tie. Habaneros next, just the 2, but they're doing all right. Slow and steady wins the race for these, I suppose. Can't really see much roots on there. They've had a good drink. And let's check this one. This is our most productive one. He's doing okay. As I always say, I suppose time will tell with these habaneros whether they make it or not. I think they will, but only time will tell with the habaneros. I have my one and only Zimbabwe black chili pepper here. Looking lovely. Look at all this in the middle. It is just branching shoots all over the place. Lots of new leaves. Looking excellent. And a nice root system. Really nice. Should be great on the Zimbabwe black. The sweet banana, just the one of these. And the leaves are looking great. I did bash this one, look. It's looking alright, just a little bit torn. But lots of new shoots are happening in the middle of the stem there. Rock solid stem, not going anywhere. And really nice on the roots, look. Popping out the bottom. And in the middle part of the bottom of the cup, look. Really nice. My one and only sweet banana chili pepper. Here are the 2 poblanos I have. Let's check the shorter one first. Lots of new leaves and new shoots. The leaves are looking great. A solid stem. And look at these roots. So for sure, I think this poblano needs to at the moment, this is number 1 on the transplant. Because it is right down, it's going to be collecting up all the water in the bottom there. Just fantastic. So technically, this one should be even more crazy on the roots, right? But really nice. Perfect stem. Perfect leaves, new shoots, and let's have a look. Look at all of this. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I think it's only a matter of time until we have to transplant and uppot both of these poblanos. Moving on to the black jalapenos next. I have the 2 here. Here's the shortest one, just propped up against the stake, support cane. Doing fine. The leaves are looking beautiful. Just very short plant. Roots are about here and here, look. So doing good, but hopefully it improves very soon. Same with this one, taller, solid stem. New leaves and new shoots coming in, looking great. And yeah, see the roots popping. They're doing alright, just slow and steady on the black jalapeno. The regular jalapeno is next. Here's the one that I have still in the cup. Looking alright, the bigger leaves, the first set of true leaves looking a little bit sad, a bit droopy, but solid stem and lovely roots. Coming along very nicely. And this was too soon. I transplanted it. Does need a little bit of a support cane. A little bit sad on the leaves too, but I think he's doing okay. And time will tell on our jalapenos. I have the Tabascos next. 3 of them in the cups, and I believe all 3 are doing really well. Needs that support propped against it. The leaves are looking fantastic there. And look at that, the roots are flying out the bottom. Popping out, looking for its new bit of soil to get better. Here's our second. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just propped, but lots of leaves, lots of action. Look at those roots coming through again. Let's have a look at the final one. Now I did have to put a couple of support ties around the support cane because it was so top heavy, but I think it just helped immensely. They're doing great, and the roots right down to the bottom again. All 3 of them are just doing superb, I think, on the Tabasco. Here are the 2 padrones that I have, and they're looking a bit sad, I've got to say. Let's go with this one first. He's alright, a bit wobbly. Lovely leaves though. Just again, transplanted too soon. I have no idea where the roots are. And then we have this sad little fella. Look at this. I think he's going to be alright. It's just, we got to just give it a bit of time under the light. I just hope it doesn't go like that ghost pepper has, where it's just completely collapsed. But time will tell with the padrones. So the striped peppers next. This is the Sugar Rush Peach Stripies. I've got 4 of them. Let's have a look at this one first. Probably the most productive. Huge, broad, dark green leaves. Solid stem. Really thick stem. Look, it's like a tree trunk. And fantastic. The roots are popping out the bottom there. This one next, a little shorter, but still really, really well. They've done so well. I was very concerned with these at first, thinking they got too leggy and weren't going to make it. As you can see, I think they're going to be just fine. Some are growing a little bit different than others. Some are growing a little bit shorter. Some are a little bit lopsided, look, but doing good. Beautiful. And let's have a quick look at this one finally. Yeah, just perfect. No complaints here on the Sugar Rush Peach Stripies. And last but not least is the Zebrange, however you want to say it. I've got the 4 here. Let's have a look at this one first. The shorter one, but rock solid stem. Beautiful, perfect leaves. And yep, roots making it to the bottom, look. Perfect, perfect. Let's have a look at this one next. Propped against the support cane, but doing all right. Fantastic. This one next. See, I had to prop it because he was a bit bowing out there, you see. But all good. Looking great. And this one finally. That was me trying to put the support cane up. I popped the support cane right through the leaf. My own fault. But he's doing alright, look. Doing okay. Very leggy, but very thick, solid stem there. No complaints on the Zebrange. Okay, that wraps up day 63. Everything's been repositioned, put where it should be, making sure it's benefiting a lot from the light. Except for the large orange tie is poking up so much. There's nowhere I can put it at the moment without it going over, so it's not actually hitting the light and burning. The light starts there, so the rest of the plant's getting it. I may need to just drop him right to the back so he can get some more at the top. But as you can see, everything's looking all right. Everything's as it should be. I've decided this Kashmiri merch is done for. I'm going to use the pot because we're going to need to transfer that padrone, and we'll see how this large orange tie goes, and that might need to become compost again very, very soon. But it should be all right. In summary, all of the plants seem to be doing really well, apart from a couple, but everything else seems to have taken it really well. No issues, and they're thriving. And that sums up day 63. I want to thank you all for joining us today. Longer than yesterday for sure. I just wanted to check through individually, see and make sure that they're all alright. Every single plant, potted, cupped or not. But yes, thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend and you've got a great week set up, doing everything you love and what you enjoy and you're passionate about with organic minds and organic food. We'll get through the week with a smile on our face. Thank you all so much for joining us. Have a great weekend and a great week up and coming. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you look after me, myself and I, because no one's going to throw you a lifeline if you're drowning. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you Monday. See you tomorrow for day 64. Thank you. Bye-bye.